Well, bring it all. I'm interested in all of it. Because, you know, people like to talk and say things in comments that are totally not true.
And then the eyes light up.
I can't even see. I just want to do this in front of you just to make sure.
He has something on his back that usually breaks off.
I was like, if you're gonna sell it for that, I'll double it. And that's not even fair. I think it was roughly, I mean, I tweaked it a little bit more. I think what I should have come up with was a $1 offer and I just rounded it up. That could have been a test. This is a great Thundercats collection. I almost wonder if we should save these for the booth at Retro, since we're doing a Thundercats reunion.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea. We could build us up.
So they're going to see this and call and wonder, and they're like, got to go to Retro.
Yeah.
So we don't see the companions. So these are much larger versions.
Right.
So that's not the Mamut that comes with, you know, Mumra.
Right. So those are like solid piece PVC figures. These are posable figures. Movable limbs, you know.
So
I swear that chain looks the same as one on Junkyard Dog.
Oh, so look, this is crucial for
Is it link sub?
What is that? Yeah, is that? And we're sure that's real, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, I can double check with the book.
Right.
I doubt a fake.
Because we never. This shield is always either not present or that is broken.
I doubt a bootleg would have a 3 on it.
And what'd you say? This is Goatman or something?
No, that's what we called him. Forget his name.
So we never have him ever.
Yeah.
So that's good. This is what, Groon the Destroyer.
Yep.
So he's complete. So all right. So here's a good example. This is the one that came with version 2 of Lino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Red-haired Lino.
Red-haired Lino.
This is the companion version, where it was sold carded by himself, much larger, a lot more sought after. Same with Mamut. So I've never had this in the store.
Yeah.
And we've only had one of these carded, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this is, what is it, Tuskor? So this is with Johnny Depp, Tusk? This is what he turns into?
Yeah.
Right? Johnny Depp's the... see the bad guy in it?
Sure,
One lone Silverhawk, so Copper Kid. But good chrome. That's a good one. Hachiman.
Oh, man.
We got Hachiman. What are you doing? You testing it?
Yeah, no, it works. It's just a weak battery.
I forget the name of this guy. These are the Destructors or
Vikings?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
There's some of the cooler looking guys, but I forget. There's a group of these guys.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them, I think.
Yeah, they're cool. Not a lot of money. So
one of them's tough. He has something on his back that usually breaks off.
So Panthro is good.
Let's see if this works.
So all right, this is a good example. If you lay these out, let's see. So this is the version that will come with him. He's red hair, red. So did he not? He must have given us two of those. So this is the other version. Orange. Okay, so then you have Chitara, who we're bringing to Retro Toy Con this November. So if you look, so there's WilyKit, WilyCat. That one's fake. That one's real. Her staff's always tough for us.
We got 2 Chitaras. One came with some type of repro weapon. So like here's the real one.
Yeah.
There's the staff. Here's a real one, but the staff it's just, I think, just a yellow piece of plastic. It may have been painted that color, which, you know, we're not going to do anything with.
I don't remember the. Is this
variant?
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's in the book. So yeah, the normal knives, were they like silver? Is that right?
Yeah.
These were an earlier run of them. The knives were black with like a blue eye.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they used to be really tough to find.
Yeah, because the blue. Yeah, this is great. So this is Ratar.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm never 100% on their name.
And then these I always get mixed up. So who we got?
Tigra. Okay, so
there's a young and old, right?
I think this goes with him.
Oh, the guy, Wily.
Yeah, the little PVC figure. Like second run of them.
Wait a second.
To make it more of an incentive. That's right.
This tape thing over it? Really?
That's right. Yeah.
We never have this enough that my brain is...
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not very high quality.
This looks like a Band-Aid.
Yep.
Like an old...
Over time, heat warps it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little rubbery tube. So here's what I think with these. So they put them back out.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to get that.
Yeah.
That one's really nice.
These...
So
You never get these. And there's bootlegs on, you know, most of the time somebody will bring them in and they're fake.
I don't exactly know why there's another...
I thought there's a young and an old.
Is that what it is?
That's what I thought.
Okay, all right. Well, from what I remember, this PVC figure
And
comes
this
with
is
him.
with the B,
Bengali.
Bengali, right? He's tough, or that's tough.
Yeah, the weapon's very
That's
tough.
tough. He's got some sun. If you notice, the chest is discoloring, and if you look at the back, you can see it. I do think some Salon 40 might fix that.
It may, yeah, it may.
you
It's
know,
worth a shot.
But that's the tough piece. We
Yeah.
have a better version, I think you said, of Bengali.
Yeah, the blue plastic tends to do pretty well with the Salon.
This guy always
40.
gets the plague or whatever they call it, and he doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's like a mold in the plastic
starts-
little spots.
He starts speckling in his entire body, and he looks like he has the plague.
But yeah, that one's really nice.
And the fact that that hasn't happened, like if you had 50 of those, 45 of them are going to
Okay.
have
Gonna have, yeah,
the plague.
yep,
Thunder tank.
yeah.
Oh,
No fading, no. I mean, it doesn't look like it has any
this
paint
hasn't
wear.
even started to bleed
Yeah.
because this will let the oil starts leaching off the rubber.
The only one we had maybe nicer was we had an open box one.
We
But-
had one where you took it out of the bin and it was just the oil was in the bottom.
Oh yeah.
It just starts.
Well, you remember the one that we had that was in the box open, and the tires were still in the plastic, but they had hardened
Yeah, yeah.
into a weird little triangle shape. It was funny. All right, so let me show them the. It's just going to be really dim. I tried to find the best battery to light up, but Lino and Mumra came with like a little ring with this little contact. You put a AAA battery in it, and there's like a little contact port here, and then the eyes light up.
I can't even see. That's really weak.
Yeah.
We'll try Lino because you already know the battery's working. Yeah, right? I can see it sideways from the side. I can see it sideways.
So, but as a kid,
And Larry Kenny's
you
super
put
cool.
this on your finger and you pressed as hard as you could. So a couple times I remember I scraped my knuckle trying to push that ring in to get it to light
You
up.
were a hardcore fan.
I was very serious.
You're extremely into making your Lino. Oh, this was the last of it. Oh, and here's the other thing. So I don't even know if I finished the story. So these were in another place, not where the other stuff came from. I guess that's what I'm willing to say. So, and I got shown some pictures of stuff that is at the other location. And I was like, oh, wow, there's vintage there. And I was like, well, bring it all. I'm interested in all of it. And he's like, I flew here. So I was like, oh, geez. So, well, anything modern I wasn't interested in because I was like, well, what could she fit in a suitcase? And then it came down to, well, I'm picking out more things than will fit in a suitcase. So then I'm like, well, if you buy another suitcase, I'll pay for a suitcase and I'll pay the extra baggage, but you got to get a good suitcase because, you know, you got vintage. Because that's where the Centurions and stuff were. But I mean, it could look one way in a picture, and then when it gets here, and if it's all smashed, because she doesn't. So anyway, I separated all that, and that was going to get figured out. And then it came down to I'm passing on all the modern stuff because I'm not paying for a suitcase to get $20 figures here. All right. Then I get a picture sent to me of just imagine this whole floor full of stuff laid, and somebody took a picture of it. And so now I'm assuming they're putting it on Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever. And now, since I've done right, it's like, would you take $300 for this? Because now she's trying to sell it there. And I was like, no, don't sell it for that. I was like, if you're gonna sell it for that, I'll double it. And that's not even fair. But whatever you do not sell it for $300. And she's just like, you know, because she's getting bombarded because people are now taking advantage and they're seeing all this stuff and all the shots and, oh yeah, I'll give you $300. It's like 100 things. And she, again, doesn't know. And I only said I want the vintage, so now she's having to deal with what I can't take because she can't put it on an airplane. And then it's just chaos. And so is it okay? Would this be fair to take this price? And I'm like, no, don't. That's horrible. I'll give you double that. And that's not even right. I might give you $2,000 for it. Like, I'd have to itemize it and go through it, but blindly, I will double that offer. And then there was another thing I think that I got asked about, and then it finally she's like, I'm just done with this. I'm just gonna send it. I'm just gonna ship it all back and bring it all to you. And this was the first batch, you know, which I won't show where, but I mean, literally, this stuff got shipped, you know, $85 to ship this box, you know, and then whatever. And then I was like, man, fill that box. Cardboard doesn't bend. You know, this is the good box. When you can do this and you can't, it doesn't fold.
It's so entertaining. That's a good box.
I'm fascinated with boxes. Because, you know, people like to talk and say things in comments that are totally not true, or everybody makes assumptions because you don't know who this person is. You just know what the toys are. So then it was real interesting to see how everybody, but like literally all the friends are like, you got to bring everything to him because he was honest with you. Where all the people are not being honest in all these Facebook and YouTube and not YouTube, but Facebook and Marketplace and whatever. They're trying to really take advantage.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I got this Voltron somebody's interested in. And I was like really interested in it. And I was like, well, send me a picture of it and I'll tell you what it's really worth. And you don't have to sell it to me, but you'll at least know what it's worth so you know that you're not getting hosed. It's all modern Ghostbusters. When they put these figures out, it really tanked the vintage market.
Yeah. Like they were just getting to about $50, $60 loose. These hit and then you couldn't sell them for 30.
And then see, Andy went through all these. So look how cheap the Origins.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Didn't they get better later or no? Or the Matty Collector, the Mattel Creations ones are.
I didn't think there's any difference, but yeah.
But I mean, so this is literally just all Origins. And I didn't go through this, so I don't know if there was some good ones in here.
I think most of these were semi, but like good stuff we don't have now. So
Toy Federation.
There might have been a $40, $50 guy in there from what Andy was telling me, but most of this is fairly common. It's just right now we're needing to stock more and more because, you know, since the store is growing.
I'm sure I have some Xena figures out. I don't think it's the
we
doll,
haven't had any of these
but
come
more
in
like
a while.
The plastic action figures.
And some of these, I mean, we've only had a couple times.
Do you want to? Can I give you the number to call the main store? Because I'm not
King Hiss,
where we can do that.
That's one
you always
we've
keep
only
calling
had a
the old
couple
number.
times. Snowspout we've had loose a bunch.
Well, you want me to? I could tell it to you because I just can't. I'm not where I could look, but I can. I know I have Xena figures in the shop, but they're the plastic ones.
Roboto, I can't remember exactly what coloring that came from. It's a reference to.
It's 747-7657.
I think the mini comics, or maybe one of the books. I'm not sure.
747-7657. Right? Is that what that says?
This one's Super 7.
Yeah.
Eldor.
Yeah.
This was a figure that was.
Yep, 864-747-7657. And then
mode in the vintage line. It never got produced.
You're welcome, Mama.
This, and I think Hero, Super 7 went and made these. Pretty cool.
See, I didn't even get to see what all. So, but this is literally all Origins.
Yeah. There's that one Joe thing missing the figure.
Yeah, this came in, but it's. Might as well take it out. There's nothing else. It is cool though, because this is O-Ring. This is some of the last O-Ring that Hasbro did.
Yeah, nothing.
I don't think I'd seen this one.
No, yeah, we haven't had that that one. I mean, that's how they did the
gift pack? Or
the
vintage?
Zor and the Screech. They would put her
Yeah.
and then
If
what's
you
her
had
name?
that one,
Yeah.
that's probably money.
Yeah.
What's up, Devin? Did you need help?
No, I just collect Master of the Universe. I was just looking.
Oh, yeah, cool, cool. Well, if you need anything in here, we'll gladly sell to you. I think it was roughly, I mean, I tweaked it a little bit more. I think what I should have come up with was a $3,300 offer, and I just rounded it up to 35. And then the funny thing is, I was rounding up all the cash at the very end. And, you know, we had a big buying day, and then I was like scrounging this way to this way. And I was like, I need to restock, but you know, the day was over and I couldn't. And I'm out of checks. I reordered checks, so I couldn't even write her a check. So I gave all the money. We're starting to turn the lights off, and I go, "Why don't you go over and count it?" And then she's counting it, and then she calls me over. She's like, "I just want you to," because I counted it twice. And she's like, "I just want to do this in front of you just to make sure." And so we do it again, and she had a 20 to the side. And she was being honest to me. There was an extra 20 in there. Said she just said, I just wanted to make sure that I've done this right because you gave me too much. And so then she gave me, you know, the 20 back. Could have been a test to see, but no. It was just, I counted it twice, but it was new 20s in there and they just stuck. But it was cool. And so I don't know when the next batch is going to come, but there's plenty more. So when we're all said and done, we'll probably end up spending $10,000+ with it, because I think the last one was $3,300. And how weird that this worked 33 and I rounded to 35, so now we're at 6,800.